So I'm here in Silicon Valley, California, home of Google, Apple, some of the biggest tech companies in the world. And it's the last place that many of you might think to find an RV manufacturer. But this is where Pebble is. And Pebble is a new company that is building a prototype. This is a fully functional prototype behind me that I've been able to get a full tour of an electric trailer, a fully electric trailer. No propane on board, but it goes so much further than that. This is an RV that is designed to tow. It is designed to be towed by an electric vehicle or any other vehicle, and it's actually going to make the towing experience a heck of a lot better, even if you don't have a big truck to tow with. You could tow this at 6,500 pounds with a midsize SUV, without a weight distribution hitch, without a brake controller, because the electric platform with built-in motors in the axle does all that for you. A simplified towing process and a fully automotive design. Just look at it behind me here. This is sleek, it is modern, and it's built with a complete eye for automotive style manufacturing. Now, a lot of you comment on these videos all the time about how the RV industry needs to take their cues from the automotive industry. Well, here it is. The Pebble Flow is what Pebble thinks is the future of RVing. So let's take a closer look at everything it can do and see all the different features that an electric vehicle chassis can bring to RVing. So take a look at this super sleek and modern interior design. I'm 6'2". This trailer looks kind of short on the outside because it's aerodynamic. But at my height, look how much room I still have over my head. Plenty. Even all the way to the front as it curves down and all the way to the back as it curves down, my head can clear completely. It's edge lit everywhere, which is gorgeous. You've got sleek, hard surface countertops, metal fixtures. All the cabinetry has magnet latches plus a mechanical latch, so it's not going to open up anywhere on the road. They filled every single available space with storage. And what you'll notice is, in order to create this open and airy feeling, there are no blinds anywhere. Now, you might think that's a problem, but the reason they can get away without having blinds is that all of the glass is electronically dimmable. You just hit a button and it goes opaque. There is no propane on board. All of the water heating and the cabin heating is done with electricity. There's over 1,000 watts of solar on the roof to keep you recharged. Plus, you can charge it at a campsite. You can charge it from the regenerative braking as you're going down the road. And Pebble says that using climate control with the battery, which is about the same size as like a Tesla Model 3, that you can boondock for about a week without ever having to plug in.
The 45 kilowatt hour battery is lithium iron phosphate, which is the safest EV battery technology on the market, and it's capable of powering all the appliances aboard at once. You can plug the Pebble Flow in at the campground just like any other RV, but it also has a 50 amp 240 volt outlet, so you can actually charge your EV through it, or even use it as backup power for your house in an emergency. As far as standard RV systems, there's a 37-gallon freshwater tank and a combined 50-gallon gray and black tank. It's a single tank. The induction cooktop is removable, so you can take it in and out to the picnic table if you like, and the flip-up service window gives flexibility to cook inside or al fresco. Along with the ample interior storage, there's also an exterior pass-through.
So here in the rear of the coach of the Pebble Flow, we've got a full, wonderful office space. This is like one of the best office spaces I've actually seen in RV. They have a couple of folding chairs you just set up in here, and you've got a full counter here, and you can even mount a monitor right here, so you can always have a monitor available to plug your laptop into if you want to. There's enough room to do yoga in here. It's a big space, but this is also your bedroom space. So it is a full Murphy bed, and it is a Murphy bed that one person can easily handle. I know a lot of RVers hate Murphy beds because they're difficult to handle, and there's a lot of things that you have to do. You have to latch legs in place and all sorts of stuff. But that was really, really simple to do. I had no issue doing that one-handed. You can use a full mattress here. You don't need a mattress that's foldable. That's really nice, because a lot of times you have Murphy beds that fold in half, and the mattress has to be terrible because it has to be foldable. Plus, you can keep all your bedding right on the Murphy bed here. It's a really elegant solution. And here at the front of the vehicle, we've got a large U-shaped dinette with plenty of room. Look, I'm a big guy, and often in these U-shaped dinettes, I'm coming right up to it, and the table is pushing right up against my belly. You could easily seat 5 people around this with no problem at all. And of course, like all RVs, it turns into a bed. And the pedestal underneath this table, full wood solid surface tabletop, by the way, is super beefy and it's electric. And again, I'm sitting in the very front of the coach here where the ceiling slopes down, and sitting in this spot, I've got plenty of headspace, no issues at all. This whole thing just feels so gigantic inside, and it's only 25 foot long. That's what we travel in, and we have nowhere near this type of space. Now, we've got 3 kids, but this is a huge amount of space to be able to fit into 25 foot. Here in the galley, of course, you've got induction burners, which is how you have to do it with electric. Love induction burners though, because they get hot right away, so you're not wasting all that energy when you're heating up the space. And I love that it's actually only 2 burners, because who uses more than 2 burners? I'd rather have all of this countertop space. And for a small coach, again, I've got plenty of countertop space here. And guess what? Countertop isn't made out of chipboard. It's a real solid surface countertop. Like I mentioned before, all the drawers are soft closed with a magnetic and mechanical latch, so you never have to worry about them opening up, and when they close very gently. All the overhead cabinetry also has mechanical latches, and you've got plenty of spots for stuff up here. It does open up inwards towards you, but I don't feel like the doors are so big that that's a problem. I can really easily reach everything that's back there. Now here in the bathroom space, we have a full dry bath with its own shower and toilet separate. And like I mentioned before, there's capacitive glass everywhere in here. So look, you can see through and see me, but with the touch of a button, bye-bye. I could play with that all day. And the bathroom uses every square inch of space. You've got plenty of medicine cabinet space. You've got doors and drawers down here, and they've even put in a place for the toilet paper. How many RVs have you been in where there's actually no toilet paper holder and you've got to put one in yourself? How silly is that? They've thought of that.
The drivetrain is the main feature of the Pebble Flow. The axle is a dual motor active propulsion assist system. We've seen similar things before, but not actually coming to production. It helps make towing safe and effortless, whether you're towing with a SUV or a pickup truck, a gas vehicle, or an EV. That powered axle is smart and quick enough to deal with sway control, and it also provides its own trailer braking without a brake controller. And once you power an axle, that means you can move it too. You can use the included iPad mini or an iPhone as a remote control to maneuver the trailer around the campsite for that perfect spot or into tight storage situations. It will even automatically align itself and hitch to the towing vehicle, a feature they call Magic Hitch. When you arrive at the campsite, the push of a button deploys the awning, stairs, lights, and heavy-duty auto-leveling stabilizers to set up camp. So what I love about the Pebble Flow is they've really thought about the entire user experience. They are RVers that work here. These are not people that don't spend their time out camping. They own RVs, they camp, they spend a lot of time out on the road figuring out what works for them and what doesn't, and then they make decisions to put into the unit that might make your camp life a little bit easier. They're not building this just as a theater set to sell like a lot of RV manufacturers do, where only the things that you're meant to see are there on the dealership lot. But then when you get out to use it, they don't work so well. There are outlets everywhere in all the right places. Everything's ergonomic. Everything is clean and open and fresh and airy. And I think that really makes this a unit that you can use long term. I think if they do it right, this is something that isn't going to lose its value as quickly as a lot of RVs because it will be manufactured to a higher standard. Of course, that's all to be seen, but the idea here is to make something that is unique, that is well thought out, and that is built to last. So that's the Pebble Flow. Now, who's this vehicle for? Well, I think it's for anybody that wants something that's a little bit of a departure from the traditional RV norm. But I also think it's for people who are looking for a better quality towing experience and maybe don't want to upgrade to an expensive truck. You might already have an SUV that can tow this because the towing experience is said to be so much better because you have the vehicle doing so much of the work for you. The motors in the trailer are helping propel the vehicle forward. They're dealing with the sway. They're dealing with the braking. You don't even need to use wheel chocks because it brakes itself.
Who's it not for? Well, it's not for anybody that's looking to save a lot of cash. This is going to be a premium product. This is going to be manufactured to high quality standards. And of course, it's going to have a cost to match that.
The base model Pebble Flow will retail starting at $109,000. But if you want the powered axle, it's going to set you back $125,000, which actually surprised me a bit. That's right in the range of a similarly sized Airstream, and the Airstream doesn't come with a powered axle, the giant battery, or all the solar.
So I'd love to know what you think in the comments about this type of design and if this is something that you'd be interested in. This is actually available for pre-order now. It's a $500 fully refundable deposit, and they're looking to manufacture them towards the end of 2024. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think of the Pebble Flow in the comments. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to get more videos like this, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.